All right, today we're diving into a tool that's looking to completely change the way we all do research. I mean, it's not just a small tweak, it's a total reinvention from the ground up. We're talking about SotaSearch.ai, a research assistant that's really built for how we work now. But before we get into all the cool features, let me ask you something. Just think about it for a second. Every single search query you make, every paper you pull up, all the data you're analyzing, is that whole journey, your next big idea? Is it really, truly private? Because honestly, that privacy risk is just the tip of the iceberg. We're all dealing with this stuff. It's not just a little annoyance, it's a huge roadblock. I mean, researchers are just drowning in busy work, that endless, mind-numbing copy and paste, hunting for data that's scattered across who knows how many different places. It's exhausting. So what if you could just break free from all that? That's where SotaSearch comes in, with a pretty radical idea. And it's built on one simple, powerful principle. Your work is your work. It belongs to you and only you, period. Okay, so how do they actually pull this off? The secret sauce is something called local processing. Instead of your sensitive data being shipped off to the cloud to be processed on some company's server, the entire AI model runs right there on your machine. This isn't just a setting you can toggle, it's like a digital fortress for your ideas. And that brings us to maybe the most important number you're going to see today, 0. That's exactly how much of your data gets sent to third parties, ever. No data scraping, no secret copies being made, no logging your queries for training. It's an ironclad guarantee. I mean, look at the difference here. It is night and day. On one side, you've got the standard way of doing things, the cloud model, where your work gets uploaded, logged, and, let's be honest, potentially becomes a product. But on the other side, with SotaSearch, your data is your secret. It stays locked away, right on your computer. But look, privacy is absolutely huge, but it's just the start. Let's talk about how SotaSearch helps you see the bigger picture, the full landscape, by finally tearing down those frustrating walls between different kinds of data. Just imagine this for a second. You're not just reading an academic paper anymore. You're also seeing who's filing patents on that exact technology, who's putting money into the research, and what the market data is saying about it. And you're seeing it all in one single unified view. That's what happens when you blend all these critical sources together. So you're basically going from looking at your research through a tiny keyhole to seeing the entire map laid out in front of you. And that is where the real breakthroughs happen, in seeing those connections that were invisible before. Okay, so now for the third big pillar, just making your life easier. Let's talk about efficiency. SotaSearch is really designed to be your tireless personal assistant, the one that handles all the grunt work so you can get back to focusing on what actually matters, finding those insights and making discoveries. And here's what that actually looks like in practice. You just start with your topic, your question. SotaSearch then instantly generates what it calls a paper map, which is this amazing visual of the whole research field. From there, you can spot the gaps in the literature right away and even export a fully structured review. Seriously, a process that used to take weeks of work, now it can take just minutes. And this isn't just a random collection of features. It's a whole ecosystem built to work together. You've got paper maps to see the connections, frontier charts to pinpoint what's new and emerging, and graphs that show you the hidden relationships between ideas. The whole point is simple: to help you move faster. So, are you ready to basically give your research workflows superpowers? Well, SotaSearch has a plan that fits no matter what stage you're at. The free version is incredible. It gives you all the core privacy protections and the paper mapping features, which is a fantastic place to start. But for anyone who's really serious about accelerating their work, the premium plan is honestly a tiny investment for what you get. It unlocks the full power, giving you these next-level tools like frontier maps and an AI chat that's basically like having your own personal research consultant on call. And listen, you wouldn't be going at it alone. Over 1 million researchers have already made the switch. This is more than just a tool at this point. It's a whole community of innovators who are fundamentally changing how research gets done. So, ready to join them? You can get started right now, today, with the free Chrome extension. It's a super simple first step toward a more secure, more efficient, and way more insightful research journey. You know, when it's all said and done, it really comes down to this. The next great breakthrough always begins with a better question. With a tool like SotaSearch, you finally have the freedom and the power to ask the kinds of questions that are going to shape our future. So the only thing left to figure out is, what will you ask first?